Hello, everybody. Um, Happy Friday. Happy Good Friday. Hope you all had an amazing week and are having an amazing day. I've been playing this live stream for about 3 weeks now. I decided to start playing a live stream at noon every day since that time. Because a lot of us are stuck at home. And, I thought I would do this to bring some light and some happiness in our day. And thank you for all those who have tuned in once or twice or the whole time through. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Carl. Yeah, I want to thank also Ottawa Pianos for generously loaning me their keyboard to use for this purpose, and it's been great to get to play on this instrument while we're in quarantine. So today I'm gonna do things a little bit differently, as today is gonna be the last one, at least in this setting. I'm not gonna be playing a noon hour live stream anymore, but I'm still gonna be doing some live streams, but it just may look a little bit different. Maybe in the evening or maybe once a week. I'm not sure what's going to look like yet, but either way, I hope you will tune in then. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different where I'm just going to talk a bit more about my life, especially for those of you who don't know me. For those who have been following, you know that I've spoken about how I grew up in Ghana. I was born in Ghana in West Africa. And I lived there for 6 years. It was me, my two younger brothers, and my parents. And I have this memory from while I lived there when my mom was putting us to bed when we were kids. She would sing this lullaby in Tree, which is one of the main dialects in Ghana. And it's called Doda. Excuse me. Hey, Nancy. Thanks for joining. The song is called Doda, which translates to sleep, and is to put babies to bed. So it translates to sleep, my baby, sleep. Sleep in the morning, sleep in the afternoon, sleep in the evening. Honestly, this is something that I pray for my daughter every day because it's not easy, guys. Kids, anybody who has kids, please agree with me. And I only have one child right now, so anybody who has more than one, you guys are amazing. But this song is called Doda. It's a Ghanaian lullaby, and I got this idea after I saw my brother post this song on his page. So thanks, Phil. That was Doda, which translates to "sleep, my baby, sleep" in Tree, which is a Ghanaian language dialect. Now the next story, again, for those of you who have been following along, you know this well. I've spoken about this many times. But after my first 6 years in Japan, in Ghana, I moved to Japan with my family. My dad got a scholarship to do his graduate study in engineering in Japan. So my family moved there, and this is where I actually started playing piano. I started studying at my church. The pastor's wife was a piano teacher, and actually, I was able to reconnect with her because of this live stream that I've been doing. One of the viewers, Ty, helped me connect to the pastor, and then I was able to reach out to my teacher. So thank you, Ty, for this. It means a lot to me. So I started studying with my teacher in Japan. And at one of the concerts, she transcribed a song, a Japanese song from an anime, and the song is called Dango-san Kyodai. It's about a pair of triplets, but they are foods. It's a type of food where it's like a kebab, but it's not a meat. It's some kind of a dough. There are three of them on the steak, and so it was a cartoon about that. I forget, but it was a great cartoon. And my teacher transcribed the theme song to this cartoon, and so I'm gonna play that. I played it at the recital with my brother singing, and also my teacher's daughter singing. So this is Dango-san Kyodai. That brought back a lot of memories. That was Dango-san Kyodai, a theme song from a cartoon, a Japanese cartoon. So yeah, I lived in Japan for 5 years, and we were all pretty much fluent in Japanese, and went to Japanese school and everything. And then we moved to Canada, which started another chapter in my life. So yeah, when we moved here, we basically spoke no English, well, except for my parents. My brothers and I, we spoke Japanese, and we only knew a few words in English. I think the only words I knew in English was hi, bye, and thank you. So anytime anybody would try to have a conversation with me, I would literally just be like, hi, bye, thank you, and smile. That's all. And the first month when we moved to Canada, we stayed and lived with my cousin, and they basically taught us English. And that was, hey Chris, I see you here. So yeah, my cousin Chris and his family, we lived with them when we came to Canada, and they taught us English, and they taught us a lot more things. But that was a great time. So yeah, we moved to Canada and got ingrained into the culture. Yeah, this is thank you, Joyce. And this theme too here is also another thing that I've never, well, I haven't talked about much, especially for those of you who are not close to me. But I've struggled with speech my whole life, in the sense that I've struggled with stuttering in my whole life. Both of my parents stutter. My youngest brother also stutters as well. And I mean, things are a lot better now, but it hasn't always been that way. And I remember actually when we moved from Japan to Canada, it got significantly worse. And I think that may be because of the whole culture shock of learning a new language and a new culture, and just, all the new things happening in my life. So I had a real struggle with speech, and I've gone through lots of speech therapy. And actually, I still have a great speech therapist that I still work with today. She's amazing, Sandrine. I see her like once a month or once every 2 months, just to work on my speech and continue improving. But haven't been able to see her for quite some time now, due to this whole isolation and quarantine. So yeah, I struggled with speech. I remember actually, this was in grade 7. I hated presentations at school. Hated presentations. I hated. So this was in grade 7. We were supposed to do a science presentation. It was supposed to be a small little presentation. And what should have taken about 5 minutes to complete a 5-minute presentation, I kid you not, it took me about 45 minutes. And this was the worst day of my life. Like, I was like, if I can avoid presentations in some way, shape, or form in my life, I'm going to do that. Like, it was terrible. Like, it was very bad. So yeah, and obviously I can't avoid presentations. If you're in school, you have to do the things in school. But I started seeing a speech therapist in school as well when I was in. I started in middle school, and then I'll see them once a week, I think, or once every 2 weeks, and it would continue until I was in high school. But it's the frequency. It was not as much when I got into high school, because it was kind of improving, but not really. In grade 10, I did an intensive clinic in Ottawa here at the Ottawa Hospital, and that helped a lot. But again, there was also a lot of things that I still had to work on. Hey, everybody, for tuning in. Hey, Ruth. Oh, thank you to all our nurses who are still working and going through this whole COVID-19 right on the front lines. Our nurses, our doctors, our leaders in government, just everybody who is working through this. Thank you for what you do. It really, I can't thank you guys enough. But yeah, so the speech thing. What was I saying? Yeah, I struggled with speech, and I had a speech therapist, and so yeah, it's something that I've always struggled with, and it started improving after the intensive clinic, but I still had things to work on. And when I started dating my girlfriend, who's my wife now, she's a kind of a person who reflects a lot on what she does. And if you know me, I'm the kind of person who just I I'm like start from A and then go to B and then go to C. I try to just keep going. I don't take pauses or stops to take a look around at what's happening. I'm just like I try to get things done. But when I started dating her, she really helped me to realize the things that I really need to work on in myself to improve my situation. So she would help me face myself in terms of my speech, because even when we started dating, I never addressed it until the first year. After the first year of us dating, and she confronted me about it, about like how come I never talk about my speech, because like it's awkward, right? But so yeah, she started helping me work through a lot of things. And I remember when I went to do my master's at McGill in Montreal, she got me this journal, a speech journal that she said that I should write about how my speech goes on a daily basis, to document how things are going. And that actually started helping a lot, in the sense that I started seeing where I can improve, and what kind of situations causes me to be more tense, or to not want to speak. And I remember that was also the year that I started actually enjoying giving presentations. I remember the first presentation I gave at my master's. It was in a music. Well, I was doing a master's in music. It was a class, and it went amazingly. And I was like, wow, I actually enjoyed that. It was kind of fun. And then, but anyways, long story short, I struggled with stuttering. I still kind of do in a way, but it's something that I believe is getting better. And yeah, I think even with the things that I do now as a teacher, you think that why would a person who stutters be a teacher or be a pianist, or even playing piano and speaking on camera right now? This would not be happening. Like, why am I doing this? But I believe it's something that that can happen for a lot of us. I think everyone in some way, shape, or form has a thing they're struggling with in life. But I believe that with the right perspective, and also with persistence, things can get better. But anyways, enough talking. This next song I'm going to play is a song that I'll play a lot. When we moved to Canada, we started attending the Church of Pentecost. And once they found out that I play the piano, they basically, were like, okay, you got to play piano now. So I started playing piano at the church. This is one of the songs that we would play a lot at the church, called Anointing. That was Anointing. Um, Hope you enjoyed that one. Thank you to the new people coming in. Joel, I see you. Hey, Becca. And hey, Chris. The next song, this is another embarrassing story. So, I was in a boy band in my time. So, all right. So this boy band, I was in a boy band that was formed in my church, and we were called the Ordinary Gentlemen. There were five of us. We all played an instrument, and also we sang. And when I think back to this, it's very cringe-worthy, because I've spoken about this before, but I don't sing, and I do not like to. I don't even know why I did that in the first place. So we were a boy band, and we sang at church. We sang at some charity events, and I think we even competed one time. Again, I don't know what I was thinking, but it was a great time. So in honor of the boy band that I was a part of, I'm gonna play a song by Boyz II Men, Until the End of the Road, or just the chorus of it. I almost sang on that one. Psych. That was Boyz II Men, Until the End of the Road, I believe is what it's called. So yeah, so I was in a boy band. That was another point in my life. Then I got into music at school started at Carleton, and then I did a year in Austria, focused on classical music, playing lots of Bach. All those little pieces, but I went back to jazz to kind of study on my own. No, I am not going to sing. Somebody says sing. I would only do that if somebody paid me $1 million, $2 million. I'm not gonna sing. So did classical and then went back to jazz. And again, for those of you who have been following along, you know that I love the music of Oscar Peterson. And since this is the last one, the last noon hour stream, I'm going to play another Oscar Peterson piece. One of my favorites. I think I've already played it, one of them. This is Hymn to Freedom. That was Hymn to Freedom by Oscar Peterson, the great. I hope you enjoyed that one. This next song is Amazing Grace. Again, today is Good Friday for those of you who celebrate, and I just think my belief is that God has grace on us every single day, even with what is going on in the world right now. There's always grace for our life, and I know there are many people who are going through hard things, but I do believe that with the right perspective, that good things will come out of this season. So anybody who's struggling, hang in there. It's gonna get better. So this is Amazing Grace. Hope you enjoy it. That was Amazing Grace. I hope you enjoyed that. And this next one will be the last one for today. And I guess I just wanted to tie it all together. I'm going to play the national anthem of Canada again. For those of us who live in Canada, I believe most of you guys are in Canada. I believe we get to live in a great nation, and that I believe our leaders are doing an amazing job right now to protect the country and the citizens of this country. And I'm grateful to be a part of an amazing country like Canada. So this is my version of the Canadian anthem. Thank you to everyone who has joined in today, to anyone who joined in from the beginning of this series, for your words, for the comments, the shares. I really do appreciate all of them. So this is the Canadian anthem. If you will, please stand wherever you are and sing the Canadian anthem. That was O Canada the last piece. Kind of the last piece. My daughter wants to. My daughter wants to come play a song. I'm gonna say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. Say what?
Hi.
What song do you want to play?
This. What you do?
You want to play what?
That.
That? You want to play the piano?
Yeah.
Okay. How about I play Baby Shark? You sing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Sing.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, mommy shark, mommy shark,
End it. Yeah. Come find me. And the song. Okay. Do it next time. Okay. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.